Hey guys, I am gonna try and take you on a little trip. So, oh, well, maybe not yet because my battery is almost dead. So this is the after. I had a thought, and that my series is on minimizing the space that each one of my crafty items needs. And because I have actually just kept expanding and expanding and expanding, and I'm at my parents' home at this time, but at some point this adventure in my husband and I's life is going to end, and we're going to get an RV and go and do some traveling. And so at that point, I'm going to have very little space. So I decided that what I needed to do was try and I don't want to give up all of the things that I've collected and want, but in order to, have as much of it as I can on an RV, I need to bring it from, big size to like a quarter of the space that it was taking up. So one thing is, yes, I'm not getting rid of, because we are going to put stuff in storage, because eventually we will buy a house and I'll have a craft room again. But I am also going to put excess, like if I've got 50 yards of something, well, I probably only need 20 of it, so I will put some in my Etsy shop. So there'll be things that will go into my Etsy shop. So you might want to check that out. Paper Lace and Bling on Etsy. But anyway, so I'm trying to minimize, and let me show you. I pretty much had this. I've got a lot of ink, but like I've got all Tim Holtz inks. I also have some of the inchy ones for, who is this? I can't think of them. I can picture it in my little head, but I can't think of Hero Arts. That's it. It's funny they don't even have their name on the back of these things. So I've got some Hero Arts ones put in here as well. I have all of Tim Holtz, but some of them are in the bigger pads, and I just can't find myself getting rid of those since they're still working. And I also have picked up, at a garage sale no less, but they are in fantastic shape, and this is a 5x7. It holds 16 of these bad boys. This is a 5x7 iris case, and I get 16 of them in here. So I've got the one of the 12 mementos, and then I've got the 4 archivals, which I love these archivals. Then I've got the brilliance in the dewdrop, and I have, which I really love for my journaling, is the Versa Magic. And I will tell you guys about that a little later. And I have one more 5x7 for just some odds and ends. Get this back in here. Now, the beauty about having it in smaller containers is if I have just a little space, I can take and stick these tins in there, and stick these in there, versus maybe having space for this entire basket. And then I have, so I have a little room to grow, but I don't really need any other colors that I can think of. So there you go. I think I am pretty well set. But anyway, so I have this. And I have this. Now the only thing is with this is I want to find out how to get more lids so that I can separate these out. Now these are my oxide inks and the rest of my regular inks, and again, I'm not sure. That's why I'm doing this now, so I can, and I have the name of them written on the side so that I can see on either side which ink is in there. But I figured because I also don't want to have it so inconvenient that I'll just say, excuse me, that I'll just say, you know what, I don't even want to deal with this. So, and I've got my, some of my little, I only have 5, I think. But I have 3 of the rectangle ones and 2 of the round ones. And then I got some of these color box ones. And I also have these, which I also think is color box. But, you know, again, they don't have their name on them, so it's kind of weird. And I think there was a little red cap to this, but I don't know where it went. But anyway, so again, if I end up not using something, then I'll know, you know what, I don't need that. It's taking up much needed space, and we'll go from there. And then this top one, I may end up taking this out and using it for something else, but for the time being, I have, this is the little inkers that go with the color box ink, my larger finger dauber thingies, and then these are my StazOn, which I actually really enjoy having, and then more foam things. So this pretty much has taken care of all my inks. Didn't really save a whole lot of room. I had this on a, which I'll show you, or you saw just before I showed you. It was empty, but I had this in that big white container. So this one didn't save a whole lot of room, but I mean, if you don't have ink, how are you going to do your stamping and do? So I'm kind of thinking things that can make ephemera, do stamping, you know, things that are going to be able to alter a book page or alter a piece of paper is really important. So those are the things I need to make sure I keep the space for. I can always go and buy a pack of paper, so I don't need a big space for that. Although, through the years I have collected some very cool papers, and I've got a lot of papers. So that's going to be hard. But anyway, so this is the ink part of it, and yeah. And yeah, so I just wanted to show you that, and I've got, you know, I've still got the finger daubers. Again, this all may change. This might not really work for me the way it is. We'll see. I might find a larger container where, you know, one container is going to carry everything, but right now I find this very easy to use. I can see all the colors that are in here, and I have all of my supplies that I utilize for this. The only thing I didn't fit in here that was like for stamping any blocks. I do have room for that if I decide I want to keep them in here. So that's really about it. And I also, with this extra space here, I could put some blocks in that. So, okay. Thanks, guys. Talk to you later.
Okay. I should be ashamed of myself. This is where I sit. And this is after all the Christmas crafts that I have had to do, which I did get a lot done. But this is what my desk looks like. Okay. And I have pulled things. I also have a lot of stuff on my desk that I have now pulled out that I need to go through and minimize, but I should have cleaned my desk off first. Just barely have room for my glue to stay on the table. Okay, and then there's all this sitting over here that needs to be put away. All right. Stuff from my Happy Mail, stuff that needs to go in my Etsy shop. Okay. So now, I'm also going to come over here. Now this all needs to get put back into the order it was supposedly at. Bad looking, I know. I have done some videos where I've gotten rid of some of these items, minimized these items into smaller groupings. Okay, and then I've got all this. Hello. Look at that. Piled up to that. That is my height right there. And so, and now it is on couch. It is on a couch, so it's not quite as bad, but holy Toledo. I tell you guys, I just kept stacking stuff, and oh gosh, I'll get to that in a minute. I have got to get this done, or I've got to get that done. And here is this table. I just finish a project and I shove it over into any place I could find it. And then look down here. It's a mess. I don't know that I've really ever had it this truly messy. Now that is my Tim Holtz media, mixed media mat, glass mat. I can't wait to even try it, but I don't have any place to put it right now. And I'm walking in, here's my chair, and I've got stuff stacked up on this side. And that's all my Christmas, or not all my Christmas, but that's Christmas stuff to be put away. Boxes, books, some Happy Mail stuff, Christmas socks. I don't, you can just kind of see my cutter. Yeah, so just a mess, guys, just a mess. I just wanted to show you because this has got to be fixed. That's why you're not seeing many crafting videos from me right now. Alright, I'll show you what I'm going to do with all this stuff. Bye! Wish me luck.